Good afternoon, and welcome back to another episode of me doing things. Many times in my videos I've been mentioning that I want to do a couple add-ons to the 6.0 powerstroke, and today's one of those days. It's been, I don't know, a couple months. I said something like, let's put on a S&B cold air intake, and I've had the parts and I've been waiting to get the truck smog, which I successfully did, and so now it's time to put it in the truck. And what a great time to do it. It's a rainy day in California, probably one of the last rainy days of the spring before it's hot. So anyway, yeah, I'll probably kind of make this as a tutorial how-to. There's some good videos that I'll probably plug on the bottom of this episode, but ultimately we'll put it in. I'll show you how it looks, show you how to do it, probably take a little drive to see what it sounds like, if I can hear the turbo more, stuff like that. I'll probably tell you, like, I feel like I got like 10 extra horsepower. Probably gonna say something like that. You can promise you I'll do that. But anyway, let's get to rolling and work on the old buddy, because she misses me. And if I haven't mentioned, first thing in order is make sure you got a 2-year-old so you can put out unnecessary ladders in front of your vehicle to do it. But that's step number 1. Step number 2, well, they say to pull the battery cables off the negative ones. I guess it's probably just good habit to do. I'm going to do it anyway. So I already did it. So it was already loose. So don't say like, why is your battery terminal so loose? Because it's already done. That one's off. I probably just need one of them off, but I'll take both. And then this is probably going to hit the terminal anyway, but looks good. Okay, so first step in order. If you have I think it's an 04 and older 6.0, I think your intake to the turbo came in 1 piece. Mine comes in 2. Anything 05 and older. I got a band clamp here that needs to be loosened. You got your, I think it's your air filter reminder gauge thing. This needs to come off, and the wiring loom has to come off, and then your, I think it's your mass airflow sensor. It might be. Anyway, this has got to be unplugged. Then the whole thing comes out. And what I didn't mention to you is, you know, why am I even doing this? I think one thing, it looks cool. Number 1, gotta look cool under the engine. Second thing is, so I didn't YouTube anything as far as changing my air filter a couple years ago, and I just saw, hey, I can just take these clips out of here and take these clips, it should come right out. It didn't, and had my hands all in these jacked up positions, and ended up like, I probably tore a ligament in my wrist. It still hurts to this day. When I'm working out, it still hurts. So second reason is the S&B air filter is just way easier to replace or take off and take on. Like I said, Ford, like I've said before, is this engine bay looks better now, but when I first looked at it, I was like, what in the heck is anything? They just crammed not a huge engine into a small compartment, and it's just stuffed in there, including the air filter. So my point is, everything's hard to deal with this truck. Let's make it less hard. So anyway, this part's gonna come out. Don't bum buckle this. This is gonna come off like that. I'll just get this out of the way. These, I probably should get it out of the way, but I might be able to do without it. I'm taking this off here, which again, I already kind of did it, so it's easy. And I unplugged it, and I'll put this over here for my 2-year-old to take. Right there, don't go anywhere. Yes. And then this should come out. Let me get 2 hands on this thing. Hold on. Okay. So I told you, what did I tell you? 05s and older are newer. 2-piece situation. Wrong, it's the opposite. 05s and newer 1-piece situation, inlet tube. 04 and older 6.0s, it's a 2-piece. So this is a pain I'm about to take out. I mean, they said all you do is just take this part out, which is probably true. just this band clamp. I ended up loosening that one. You gotta be careful with your degas bottle because it is kind of twinking it. And these things are made of plastic, but this is exactly why I want this out. So this is gonna come out. Do this with one hand. Get this son of a gun out of here. Now I'm gonna keep, ooh, this cute little butterfly in there. I'm gonna keep this guy because, I don't know, California, I think you always gotta be careful as far as smogging. One day they'll say, oh, you gotta have it in. One day they probably will say I can't even own this truck and have it registered, but anyway, I'm gonna keep it. So next step is to get this piece out. There's a I forget what that tube's called, but it's basically a it's not back pressure relief valve. I'll figure it out, I'll get back to you. But this little tube that you probably can't see right there's gotta go. So that's the next step. Okay, I didn't film it the way I should have, but this part right there, this breather tube with that little green O-ring on it, it's not really a ring, but you see it almost looks like it. It's gonna go, which basically lined up in that hole right there. I just took a screwdriver, imagine, and I just went, and then it popped up. That popped up enough to where I can kind of use this to kind of pull it out. So that needs to come out. Okay, next step is, this is going to be your inlet tube that goes into the turbo. And a couple things. One, they give you two bands or two couplers. One's taller than the other. The shorter one, I'm going to take a guess, is going to be going onto the turbo side. The taller one's going to go in between this right here, that guy, and then the extra piece, which we'll go into later. So, put you on a tripod for a second, if we can. And I already put it in there, but there's a rubber piece. There's only like 3 kind of like gasket like seals that are in this kit. There's one I haven't figured out what it's for, but essentially I cleaned out this piece and I don't know, and I tried to clean out the engine bay too, but it still looks like crap. So stick thing into thing all the way through. Looks like they always have like that little hole. I don't know if you can see it, but it's gonna be facing you. And then we're gonna put this into there like that. Snug that in. And then I'll put this on the turbo side. So let's do that now. Okay, all twisted up. Inlet tube going to the turbo side. So let's see how this goes. I almost want to do this first. Actually, what you should do is pull out this section, make sure this is on there flush, and then put it in there. That's what she said. Okay, I got a lot of aftermarket stuff in here, which is making this a little bit tricky. I think up in there pretty good. I'm gonna shine a light and make sure. Take you out for the ride if you want. Well, it looks good to me. So I want to fasten that down. And then make sure this piece gets in there. Right here, it goes into that, so we'll do that right now. Hopefully it won't screw anything over. Come on, baby. In there. There we go. Perfect. That's in. That's in, that's in. I'm gonna get those clamps in the right direction. So I'm gonna fasten those. and then we'll get back to you. Okay, that part is buttoned up. Again, breather tube is back into the valve cover. Clamps are tight on the coupler going to the turbo, and the next thing is to get the mass airflow sensor out of the existing intake. It's pretty self-explanatory. Goes right there, that hole. You need a T20, and then out pops this guy. There's no gasket to it. Again, I cleaned mine off. S&B has a, can you see that? I think you can see that. Has a like a rubber kind of gasket, and then it only goes in one spot. I think it goes, should have paid more attention. I think it goes like that. So, and then it comes with screws too, so I'll probably just use the new screws, and then I'll tighten it up, which you don't need to see, and then next part we'll be getting this part back into the truck. Okay, mass airflow sensor is in. There's another grommet that goes in the back where this filter reminder thing in yellow sits. No, it's weird because there's like it's kind of dead end. In other words, like this grommet, and you can't see. You kind of see there's nothing on the end of it. I figured it would be kind of full, or it'd be this grommet would have like a hole to it so they can get into this intake, but it's just a dead end. But whatever, I think that's how it goes. So I'm gonna put that into here, and then we're gonna try to wiggle this in. So let's see how it fits. I had one problem. See, I have a oil to air cooled, oil cooler, and so part of that tubing, and it's got a the oil filter is actually put in two different places. So you can see I didn't do this work, but someone notched this out, and obviously that doesn't look stock. So I'm gonna have to do something similar to get this guy in there. So I'm gonna cut a portion of this like this here. So I'll do that, and I'll let you know how it goes. Okay, so box fits in. Even so, I think like the part that goes towards the front of the truck, it's kind of long, so you really had to kind of push back for these pegs that are on the bottom of this box to get in. And nonetheless, it's in, but it's probably going to come back out because that's pretty tight in there, and I don't think I can wiggle it in. So the box is going to come out. I'm probably just going to keep you on here. Battery's probably going to die. I'm not sure. I need to get a better tripod, but anyway, let's try this so you can see it. So this is going to come out. I've got the coupler into this other piece over here, so I'm going to put this back in here. We're going to see how this works. Fighting it a little bit. Oh, actually, I'm not fighting it. It's a little bit of a fight. It's just tight in here, that's all. And you can't see what I'm doing, so bear with me, and I'll show you. Okay. Let's see, I'll put you over here. You can see that. Yeah, you can see it. So again, I'm just trying to fit this piece in here. Okay, had a low battery situation. I love GoPros for that. Battery sucks. Throwing the gloves off. Throwing the gloves off. All right, let's see if this works. Essentially, this box has got to go in there, and this is where I might run into problems. Let me see how much wiggle room I have. That's what I figured. Okay. There's gotta be a way to keep this in here without this being a problem. I can do it. I can do it. Okay, it's kind of in there. Kind of in there. Okay. Yeah. Let's see if I can push this guy in. I'm gonna be putting this other piece in there like that. Okay. So I pretty much got the. Can you see me? Yeah. I stuffed that guy in there. It's going through here, going through here. Probably the filter's gonna go on that. Now I'm gonna get this guy in far enough that way, and then down into these pegs. Tighten up my coupling, and then should be finished project. Should be keyword. Okay. Come on, baby. Maybe I'm already in there. Oh yeah, I am there. Okay. Is it down all the way though? Oh, that was easy. You know I was in there. Again, that's what she said. Just confirm. I guess if I'm in that side, I gotta be in the other side. Alright. So it was in. A little bit of modification. Again, if you have a remote oil cooler from Bulletproof, then you may have to cut a little bit of your intake box, but it's easy. Nothing like cutting new stuff. Alright, now I'm gonna tighten this. So let's get this band, and we'll make it look like it's in the same spot so it looks nice and pretty. Okay, you didn't see me put it in there, but next time, watch this. Oh, it's not that easy anymore. Okay, watch. Filter, take it out. This will be so much easier next time. I have to replace this, which is going to be fantastic. Probably have to loosen this band clip a little bit before I can fully get it in there. It's in. It's kind of hard to know if the bottom side's in, honestly. Kind of hard to tell, but you assume it's in. So I'll tighten that up. I guess assuming is not the best idea, but I don't know as to can't get my hand in there. Can't get my hand in there, but anyway, I'm gonna tighten that up. And I'll show you how the last part goes on. I thought it was screws that went in, but I think it's a gasket that holds the plate. Show you the next step. Okay, it's wrap up time. This piece, so if you go and you look online, it normally is, there's a piece of glass with screws that go on the side. This one, it doesn't apparently, and our instructions, if you have a same product as me, which I guess I'll put the product number down too, it doesn't come with it, but there's this kind of rubber gasket, rubber seal. The glass kind of slides into this slot here, and I'm imagining this is just gonna push in. Let's see how difficult this might be. Okay. That one's in there, that one's in there. Maybe it's, I don't know. There you go. Maybe it's better, just because, I don't know, I guess one less thing to go wrong. I guess the only question would be how well this is really sealing. So that's it. So make sure you tighten that, make sure you tighten that. Put this back in, wire loom back in. Put that back in there. I didn't do this part. Stick your hose in there. Push, push, push. Good. Get your plumbing tool. And job's done. I'm gonna put the battery terminals back on. We'll take it for a spin, see if we have any check engine lights on. I think it looks better. I might just take a center look at here. Let's see what y'all think about. Hey man, how's it going?
Good, how you guys doing?
Good, thanks. I don't know if you can see it, but I think it looks cool. So let's start it up and see how it sounds. Okay, and last thing is to put, make sure I got it on the right side. It'll be B and S, not S and B, which would be not something I'm going for.
Are you sure?
Who are you? You're my tripod, that's all. Tripod. All right. So before I'll do this, let's see, will it stay, please, God, no. Okay, so it's okay. Anyway, I'll let Courtney be oohed and awed by how, it's not even straight, jeez. How did that happen? I don't like these stickers, that's dumb. Anyway, okay, get on the ladder, Courtney.
Why?
So you can see how beautiful it looks. Here's your ladder. You haven't seen anything different?
Well, I don't think I've ever really looked in here.
Take a guess.
I mean, this looks different.
Yeah, there you go.
And that's it?
Yeah, like
it
got a
looks
window.
new compared to everything else.
Yeah. Okay, you got it.
Alright.
Alright, Courtney's approved. We're going somewhere. Okay, let's start it up. Well, that's it for today. It was kind of a tutorial, kind of like I wanted to get that done and show you guys some truck content, because believe it or not, of course the diesel content is what takes up the viewers, but I don't know, at some point it's going to get old, right? You can only do so much to your truck, and I don't want to spend a whole bunch of money just so you can watch me do things to your truck. But I think the value I've seen, it's funny when you do YouTube, and I guess I'm doing it, is you kind of have something in your mind and then it kind of morphs into something, and I'm like, I feel like what I've kind of come to conclusion to is like mods on the truck for reliability, for coolness, for just whatever reasons, and then the mods hopefully will help with the adventures. And as time's gone on, I feel like adventures is invaluable. It's priceless. It's a lot of things. So hopefully it's going to be like the truck content is basically the tool to let me cover my license plate, although I don't see why it matters. The truck content is the tool. This is my tool, right? Not in that way, in the driving way. And you got to drive to the destination, to adventure. And so I think that's going to be kind of how we're going to do things. I still got a couple things I want to do to my truck. Need new brakes. Never done that before. Looks pretty easy. I don't have a jack. I don't have jack stands, so I'll be buying that. Brakes, rotors. Some point I have to get in there and start doing ball joints, etc. Looks kind of easy, kind of, if you have a shop. But yeah, stuff like that, and then you'll be seeing me with my family, and again, motivating you to do things, motivating myself, actually. I think the best thing about this channel is that it motivates me to get out, because it's so easy just to not do anything. And the older I get, man, time is ticking, as I've said before. So anyway, thanks for watching. For the people that have subscribed, thank you so much for subscribing. It means a lot to me. If you haven't subscribed, I really, really, really would appreciate if you just hit that subscribe button, maybe a little like. And I got a question for you guys if you're still doing this. I got some antifreeze, and it is the hardest here, at least in California, to recycle it. So if you can like comment on the bottom, where do you drop it off? How do you get rid of it? Because they make me want to put it in a bottle and throw it away, and I won't do that, but that's what I want to do. But anyway, let me know, and we'll be seeing you next time in a couple of weeks, because I'm trying to do a video every 2 weeks. So between work and everything, that seems to be something I can accomplish. So thanks for watching, and have a great week. Bye.